It is. So, I guess we're coming up on a daylight savings time event. We're counting down to the daylight savings time event, the time in which we fall back, per se, as they say. We're falling back. Are you guys ready to fall back? Are you ready for deja vu? Well, I'm only going to be on for a few seconds because I think most of us, on some levels, we are kind of we're all weary of election 2024, 25. TDOA, how are you? How's it looking in your neck of the woods? How's it looking in your neck of the woods? I don't know. I've been weary of the whole situation, and I don't know. I just wanted to be over and done with. I think that's about as fair as I can be. I'm not sure if it's about fairness. It's just that I'm not sure how much could change. They're recycling the same talking points. Even the deplorables comment has come up with this recent alleged TRUMP gaffe about the island of garbage, yada yada yada, which some people, the zealous decoders have already broken that down as to that there's much more to that than just just some kind of gaffe or but I'm not a decoder, so I say to each his own. Decode if you must. It's definitely, it's insightful, and to some extent, it's even entertaining. But I don't know. It's independent. Minnie, how are you? Thanks so much for coming by. But it's only, it's not enough to, it's not sustainable. Some things are just not. It's just not enough. I have to, I have to be open to other things that are out here. Just, I just have to be. But I don't know, Shwayne, how's it going? Your guys' neck of the woods? Are you guys getting more signage in your yard? I swear I'm getting phone calls up the wazoo from every faction from the last 2 states. I think that I've been in, getting phone calls from all of them. And not to mention the amount of mailers that I've received, the amount of mailers that just irritate me. I'm stuffing them all in the trash can at this point. Handwritten letters from, random people, I guess, candidates, campaigns. Some people have been having people canvass in my neighborhood, and I'm just thinking, if I knew you were there, I probably still wouldn't answer the door, because I'm just tired, I'm just tired of hearing about it. As I think most people, you've kind of got, where you are, where you've been on this, and it's not something that, it's not something you're going to talk somebody into. The average person is, if you're running on emotions, then I already know which way you're going to go. It doesn't, I already know. So, but it's not something I get in a discussion about. I remember running into a professional, a healthcare professional, and he says, "Oh, I just got this crazy email about, this person, Kamala, and he happens to be an Indian himself." That's India with a dot for you PC hawks out there. So it's almost like he was like stunned. He's like, "Are you secure on who you're voting for?" Or I was just thinking, are we really having this conversation right now? I don't. Because I'm kind of fantastically annoyed right now. I just really, it just gets to be unbelievable. I don't want to talk about this. I just kind of want to get in and out of here. But even he's like, well, they've really done a bang up job at the border, and I'm just saying, I cannot believe you're going into this. But I didn't go into it, and like I said, I don't do red pill tours anymore. I don't do blue pill tours. I don't do clear pill tours. I just say you got to have your own discernment this day, time, and hour. That's what I say. I think it's not going to turn out the way a lot of people think it's going to turn out. And I'm not trying to be prophetic here. At the same time, I'm also saying I don't actually think there's going to be any results. Jimmy, that's the deja vu part. Is I don't think you're not going to have a declarative or a definitive WINNER on Tuesday. No, you're not. Now, as a matter of fact, what is it? The mayor of DC has already already activated the guard? I don't know. I'm just wondering what's like in your neck of the woods. Are people rallying around you, asking you, have you voted already? Or, just curious. Independent Many United's here, Freedom's March. Yeah, I'm just kind of, ready for it to be done. I do know that I do think that automation is going to be we're going down by automation is what I do think. And there's all kinds of things on the books. There's all kinds of quote legislation that's been out there. Yeah, all of that has been out there before. And what is it? The last thing I remember talking about specifically on this channel is the AI Bill of Rights. I don't know where in the heck they are on that. I really don't. Oh, Anarchy's here. How are you guys? Thanks for coming by. Like I said, I'm just swinging in for a second. I'm just wondering, I guess it's kind of a temperature check. I mean, I have not been doing a lot of live streams. I've said this before, it gets kind of rough to come back here. It gets a little rough to come back here at times because, I'm still, believe it or not, I'm still receiving, I'm still having content taken down from 4 years ago. So it's just like, do I really want to keep coming back here? I don't know. They pick the winners and losers per usual. Okay. That's what they do. And, so I'm not here to whine and cry. I'm not doing a pity party. I'm just acknowledging what I've seen. And it's been pretty quiet on the YouTube street. Shout out to Derek C. Williams. Let's see. Anarchy says, I just had another video deleted by YouTube last night that was almost 3 years old. So, who knows? That doesn't stop, right? It does not stop. So we don't know, we don't know. We just don't know what we don't know. But I know I'm ready I'm so tired of, there's been all kinds of, it's like there's fear mongering, the people on the left talk about, the right people on the right talk about, oh, they're fear mongering over here. But, the alleged right does fear mongering too. Whether they want to proclaim themselves as, whether you're professed as right or left, there's still a bit of fear mongering that goes on. I mean, without fear, fear is that thing that makes you want to stay alive. What is it? The Rocky Balboa. The fear mongering makes you want to get in and, just keep punching Rocco. What would it be without that? What would it be if the fear mongering wasn't there? I'm not saying it's immoral, but I'm saying you gotta have that kind of tension. You gotta have that ingredient during this time. So I know I'm just a little bit weary of it all, and I just wonder where you guys are on it. So Gary Gage is here. How are you? Earl Sanders. I'm not sure if you're new around here, but welcome anyway. Thank you for considering. Anarchy says truth is treason in the empire of lies. Yes. Well, cooking the books and crunching the numbers that's what's happening on all of our institutions. If anybody that, the closer you get to the truth, the more opposition you get. the more persecution, the more compliant you are. Sometimes even compliance is not enough. I think we've talked about this, but you know, the voluntary obedience, or the, you know, you're going to have that. You're going to have that. So I'm just going to stay tuned. I mean, I meant to cover a couple of stories on, you know, I think this administration, this current administration is, you know, the cost of things are going up because of the amount of regulation, even, you know, via the FDA, the regulation, it's all on things like meat products. And of course, that's going to make the cost higher if they start, you know, which they've already started, you know, they've already known. They've already known the amount of regulation that they've been facing. They've been facing it for a while. But I just think it's just kind of a lot of damage, And I don't think, and I've said this before, I don't think we're going back to pre 2019. That's why I always say shout out to the class of CV19 that have been here with this, on this channel, or coming back to listen to what I'm saying, you know, my perspective on anything. I just don't think it can. I think there's a, you know, I'm saying here, there's a much, you know, broader agenda here. It's not just, I saw something about just about every country voted against, something about every country voted, a liner in which it stated that every country voted against the U.S., and every country voted against the U.S. except for Israel and the UN, was something recent. But I haven't gotten into that. It's been a little bit unplugged because, you know, this is not, YouTube has changed, you know. It's evolved. I've seen a lot of channels come and go, not just the ones that were quote or unquote, you know, truth speakers or speaking out or speaking their minds. It's a lot of channels have gone silent. A lot of them that I subscribe to, not sure if those content creators just deleted the channels altogether, but you know, I haven't seen them around here. So I just haven't seen them. Their content, their channel is not even in the search. It's not even showing up in the search. And of course, some of these channels are much more prosperous than mine. But yeah, I'm not sure. People are just not watching, you know, the content, the markets, the, you know, the culture that was pre-2020 is just gone, and it's not going to be restored. I think it's actually going to be replaced. There should be a great replacement for the YouTube streets, for the YouTube, for the home of YouTube, because I think a lot of people, a lot of content creators are being replaced by these celeb types. And I saw it dripping one by one. You know, if they didn't get cast off of their mainstream or Alphabet network, they came over from some other place. I'm just saying, it's just amazing. But I'll just walk away from that. But back to what I was originally saying. So I'm just wondering what the temperature is like around your guys' neck of the woods, and if anybody's actually still going to people that are out here, you know, rolling the dice. Are you actually going out on Tuesday in person? Have you been relegated to mail-in ballots, or what's going on? Okay, so leave a comment in the comment section, and we'll see. I may or may not come back later, but we'll see. But I appreciate you guys. Just want to shout out one more time to Independent Many United, Anarchy Television, Gary Gage, Earl Sanders, and Freedom's March. Hope you guys are doing well, and we'll see. I'll see what I can come up with, if I can get back in here before too late. All right, don't forget to fall back.